Fumble them. Uno good evening, uno good evening, uno good evening. How uno they do, how una they do. Me European folks them, England, London, what's up? How is the hate? Huh? How is it? How is it? How is it? Have you guys had some rain, to cool you down or whatever? I know, the heat has been very brutal, very unkind to you guys. So I hope you're hydrating, okay? HCO, very important, okay? I hope you're hydrating. Me American folks, me Australian folks, me Canadian folks, me Salone folks, them, all side heat pass mark, all side hot. Even at Canada, I also say, now so the place be hot, so you gonna do even for breathe, not trouble, So it's like your AC is running 24/7 non-stop. That is if you're lucky to have AC, or if you get a cooler, your cooler is running 24/7 non-stop. If you don't meet up with the one and day again, now fan you get, it means say you fan they run 24/7 non-stop. So in all of this, the truth is that global warming is real. Climate change is real. The temperature, the change in temperature, the change in the water, the sea levels, the pollution is real. And all of them one and they contribute to climate change. We need for make sure say we learn how for do composting, how for make manure with the tin them where we they eat. We need for make sure say we limit the number of plastic the way we they use. All thing na plastic bag, you buy this so they give plastic bag, you buy that so they give plastic. How about maybe now when they go buy, sometimes make we begin use banana leaf, make we begin use plantain leaf, make we begin use pawpaw leaf, because then leaf them they where you don't use them done, you throw away them, they not they pollute the earth, then they then go broke down, then mass, then turn back to dirty, giddy dirty manure. When we they eat with potato leaf, cassava leaf, then tin and they before we they put the balance inside dirty box, make we put them back in the earth, make we put them back in the dirty, so that the dirty go develop manure. Make we try for limit the number of plastic bag the way we they use. The plastic usage don't too much. Me on side, I try my best. I not they use plastic na use. I either use aluminium or I use glass container. Yeah. So that is my little way, and I try for recycle as much as I can. That is my little way of saving the environment, and I always try for buy eco-friendly thing the way good, with the environment. But for real, I think London, witness the most hottest season, hottest period ever, and other places them around the world. But listen, we don't come and also we fumble them from Salone. People know why they talk to na Salone. Even though the rain they come sober one. But after that rain done, the one Masibo hit waking jam them force. They're not able to see left and right. So all of them thing and they let us be kind to the earth, and the earth will be kind to us. Okay, let us be kind to the earth, and the earth will be kind to us. So listen, with people, matters arising in the land that we love. Eh? We all need for join and make sure say, in true sense, the land that we love actually be enjoyable for all and not just for a few people. So I want to tell una kabo, I want to tell una kushe, I want to tell una thank you. Una we don't join we, and the one that we go can join we later, or the one that we go can watch we later. Unu all kabo, unu all kushe. Please follow our pages, like our pages, like the show. Now this show me concern, but Salone issues. Make sure say una come watch Salone issues. Una make sure say every Friday 7 o'clock, even 10 unu there so for make we discuss, make we engage. Sometimes we'll be critical. It's okay. That's part of the process. Sometimes we would applaud. That is also okay. That is also part of the process. Sometimes we no go see yai to yai. That is also okay. That is also part of the process. One thing is that we do it with respect. We do it with mutual understanding and respect. Okay. Now, without wasting time, excuse me. Una be not see where at the talk na so about this fuel price. But what happen is that the government said they reduced the fuel price. Una see even up to last week's show I talk for say Salone na get the highest fuel price. Na the in fact na the world self then you increase the money. When you look at the map, I be don't show na that map they several times, right? For sure say Salone then you increase na 120% from January to June. So with all of the complaint, with all of the talk, with all of the this, last week I asked the government, say, okay, una say una subsidize, who don't una subsidize? If you know they subsidize the one that where they bring the petrol come, the one that were responsible for make the decision at the petrol board. How that subsidy they go to the poor man where they na pump, where they na the where they go for go buy kerosene, or where they go for go buy fuel, or where they go for go buy petrol. How that subsidy they manage reach to them. So the government this week, or the people that were responsible for petrol business, they say they don't reduce the price. And this not thing where people are for glad about. But make we can see waiting at this price reduction. Make we see waiting at this price reduction, okay? I will ask the technical team, make them display this for me. Make we see if you can make it a bit bigger, I'll appreciate it, please, on the screen. Make we see waiting at this price where they don't put down, and people say, now the first time now the history of Salone, the first time now the history of Salone, where something go down, where something go up, then bring and can down back. So we for gladdy boku one. I'm not saying an effort wasn't made. I'm not saying they not try. I'm saying they could have done better. Yeah? So, now this press release and I come on a do from the people that were responsible for adjust price na the petrol side. This that they say the Petroleum Regulatory Agency with the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Trade and Industry and oil marketing companies that jointly reviewed the maximum pump price of petrol product, which will be enforced effective 18th July 2022. Accordingly, pump prices effective 18th July 2022 for the public have been adjusted as follows. Okay, so they say now petrol na 20 Leone, diesel na 20 Leone, kerosene na 20 Leone, fuel oil na 20 Leone. And me go continue for ask this question. And if anybody then at the ministry or the minister self one can sit down so with me and explain why petrol, diesel, kerosene and fuel oil they all at the same price all the time, I go want for no, because me not see the reason why all them 14 and they price them for be the same. Their refineries are different, their usages are different, and their consumptions are different. So they say now they pull and down from 22 Leone, then bring and down to 20 Leone. And people are saying we should be appreciative, we should be applauding them, because this is the first time, as they know, in the history of Sierra Leone where something go up then they bring and come down back. You know, I would have really be applauding them this moment. Like I said, they try, but they can do better. They're able to do better. If maybe for applaud them, if they mean bring the price can down back to 18 Leone. 18 Leone, yes. If let me bring the price can down back from the 22 Leone where they is to 18 Leone, at least I before really feel say yes, then people here they've heard the cry of the nation. They are really doing things, you know, to help soften the blow, you know, the hardship from people them. But I mean, for pull 2 Leone come up where all money I think 2,000 Leone, I don't think that's really is anything to write home about. I don't think say that they a worthy of extra applauding. I think say a worthy of a recognition. Okay, you guys did something. It is something nevertheless. However, it is not worthy of an standing ovation. No. Now the kind thing where now you they take you much tell the person say okay, thank you. But you know the team up grab and begin clap for the person and say thank you. No. Then if I don't bring and come down to 18 Leone, or even self, say make we talk and last, say something 16 Leone. Say something 16 Leone, because the last increase now been 15 Leone. From 15 Leone, broop, it go 18 Leone. From 18 Leone, broop, it go 22 Leone. So let's find somewhere in the middle there, right? Somewhere in the middle between 15 and 22. The middle between 15 and 22, not to 20. That's all I am saying. We should have found a median between 15 and 22. And once we find the median between 15 and 22, I think that's what the reduction should have been. But okay, more they move go before. Some other thing happen. I talk back say people and they say Matilda lights they now 24 hours. And you know, if they take and self, you know, they take them, they bring and come back. Or if they take them for one day, you know, they pass 3 days, the lights they come back. Again, like I said, these are basic necessity. In the 21st century, 2022, there is no reason for people to be in the darkness. There is no reason for people to celebrate being in the dark. I don't tell you now, I can't take any of my nieces and nephews that go free home. When I had them born, they don't use for still lights 24/7. They don't know what in darkness mean. You know what I mean? The closest they get to darkness is when we go camping. That is it. Now for me, I will touch people picking and go put the inside hot. Air condition not there for blow them 24/7. They sit up and blackout mosquito they bet them inside. Sometimes the lights they serve them they pan and gadget them forget say mosquito bets them. You know what I mean? Something has to give. There has to be an equilibrium. There has to be a balance. So I want make you can watch one video where compliments of Sarah Network Salone. Now they do this interview, yeah, so where they're gonna treat. Then they ask people and say how this light business and this price, not to the light number, but the price where then they pay. Wetin they feel, if they monitor them or you know they monitor them on a team where good or then comfortable with them. Make we hear wetin people them inside the land that we love get for say about this.
When last you buy head startup up, sir?
Hey, Mama, Allah not talk. If you say when last I go vex bad because I beg you, Mama. Right now, why be they buy 120? Let's just say doing 2019, 2020 for we buy 120 in 3 days for meet up the months before we they think say we for buy the first. But now we they burn up to 190,000 leos. Right now, 180,000 leos we don't give, so the month's not done until today the 15. So I don't know if the meter gave up pull voice said I don't get my put freeze up. Right now, bad off, Mama. And they don't know what for do. But we know what for do. Who they pull now? Then they talk and they talk, so then they put me in the media. Who they pull now? If you say they para secrets there, who they pull now? Then they man. Then they no hesitation no day. Now they beg people let people register. Let people register no more because we get plan. Let people register.
How does they affect you on life and your business? What they do?
My sister, me that affects me too much because me work what they do. I'm a technician. Lights not there constantly. So we work today. They see don't pass 1 week before we work because better lights not there. So it's not easy. They affect your life.
Already tariff go up. You still not get stable light.
Then they have. Mama, it's not there. Lights not there. The lights not there. Not there. Now manage.
This message you want voice out to people who are responsible for light business.
No know what they get for do because we talk say they know they list you voice their earless. But who know say no more? Yes, but they know they hear we. So at the end of the day, we know say one day we go changes go happen. But it's not easy for we. And they will, Mama.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Mama. You said thank you.
Alika to Sise.
When last you buy head startup up?
We buy the first study 100,000.
How many units you get?
I think 40 units back because in it take almost days several units in London. Really they suffer for that units they really suffer we. Today as we buy and so they don't done back now and the one try the way me they say me better self pass this self.
They get stable light?
Light on not so today then go give you the hot and back now but they count and back. They need all the lights and they go and so or the lights no more but they still manage with them. But as it take 3 days so lights don't done now we are.
What you be they buy 100,000 top up? How many units you be they get for us?
The first one they take them 1 week. But this now 3 days no more now they take it don't done now we are.
So this message you want voice out to the people that were responsible for light business.
I beg them make them put two so me back. Make them put two correct side and back home me they buy light now we are not them for put two back.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you too.
And I'm Kingstina.
When last you buy support, ma'am?
I buy this first week July. I buy 80,000. It don't done right now. The member for go buy that one.
Where you buy 80,000 top up? How much units then get?
Then give me I think 34 units.
Now so you be they get them before?
No, well first one me they buy 80,000. I they get 50 something units. I they got about 56 units.
How many days that 80,000 units?
And now they take 2 weeks. It don't done. Right now it don't done. No, the member for go buy.
How does that don't affect you?
It affects me greatly because you know I cook. I get for cook soup, 2 weeks soup, put in a freezer, but now I'm not able to do that. Pass we cook no more for the week. We light the freezer and a net. Now morning we autumn. Who's kind of trouble is? It's not easy.
This message you go out left out to the people that were responsible for light business.
And they beg them, they allow come back, I'll be there. Then they be more about to the managers small, but now really, it troubles, it tense. It's not easy. So they are they beg them, make them drop and back small, right? Like too high. Not for like me, so tell me they work, I go able to manage. Where do you want to know they work? You see, they want they not they work. Mama no work, papa no they work. That means say they not forget lights na the house. You see, that means say they not go sell and water again. They not go light television, all anything and the. Really money. Yeah, with the big government, with the big people and I head salad and talk up and down for you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you too.
So family na the word that so una see the pinch, the otutu, the wire. The mommy say it tense. The mommy say before they able cook soup for 2 weeks. Is it? I'm laughing, man. I shouldn't be laughing. Salone where every day 9 people I mean they cook. Salone where if you cook, say you know they cook for past 2 days. If thing tight stay na 2 days soup right they cook. Right? 3 days you they turn into something else, make am something else. Not also. I shouldn't be laughing, but the thing this really got to me, people. He said 2 weeks soup. He said EDSA don't ace the price up to the point that first of all the units where he been able to afford with the same money, in order to get that unit there again. So which means that she is paying more but getting less. Then it resound all across. Because when they ask the first person, they say almost the one where you been they buy before, almost it been the last year. The money where they call, it been small past the money where they pay now. I hope you people are catching. But with the money where they pay now, then the unit where they get is small pass. Waiting them in they pay before with the money where they small. He said before, if him buy, he said it will last 1 week. Right? He said now at 3 days. And the lady also, the Makituma self said the same thing. He said before we I buy this much, it will last me 3 days, 1 week. He said, but now na 3 days no more, I don't done. We need for go buy. The mommy say, I manage buy some. He said, but you don't done. I need for go look now. How are they go buy more? He said before, at least, can the lights go come, whatever. He said in the manage cook in 2 weeks soup. But now, he not able cook in 2 weeks soup. Not only that he said the light not stable, but then again the price heavy. So then they ask Papa government. They say Papa government, and I know say Papa government they can't talk say they're not to EDSA. EDSA it's a third party provider, blah blah blah. But listen, when you make these negotiations with third party provider, you for make sure say whatever they do, not they at the detriment of the nation, not they at the detriment of the people. That the people they not go suffer, that the average person not go suffer. That people do not descend into poverty. People do not descend into hopelessness just because they cannot afford. It will be affordable to the least person. Yeah, I don't leave Togo. That's side where the lights they come off from Abidjan. I don't leave there. Okay. Please, I am doing a live. Don't interrupt me by sending me unnecessary messages. That is a distraction because I still have to look at some of my gadgets so that I can have a clear understanding and focus on what I'm doing. Thank you very much. I don't live in Togo. I don't live in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. There is no village not dey inside Togo where they go where light no dey. No village not dey inside how you might call it, Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, where they go where light no dey. Elexef na block house, dirty house them bill, them put and light then at that place there. No sign no dey na Ghana where you dey go where you know they meet light. These are places I've traveled to. These are places I know. Okay? And when I say travel, I not go no more, I go sit down there for 1 month, 2 months. No, these are places I've spent years, my formative years. I spent my formative years in these countries. I know this country very, very well. If you can't talk Jula to me, I dey understand small. If you can't talk Ewe to me or Mina to me, when they talk, I dey understand them. Make I just tell you no man, for the one they will go one day one Congo Sami. If you can't talk true to me, and some other word, I understand them. So be careful. These are countries I know very, very well. Not only do I know them, I also know their political establishments. Very familiar with them. So nothing other they can tell me na so. Say the lights they come out Abidjan, this, that, even Abidjan. No. Please, let's cut that. The life tariff, not expensive in Abidjan. Yeah? I don't remember now if it is Togo that buys lights from Ghana or if it's Ghana that buys lights from Togo. One of them, two countries, then they buy lights from each other. And light is in abundance. For the entire how many years me live na Togo, now one day I see blackout. One day, one net for 1 hour. By the time they look for a lamp candle, the lights don't come back. The entire term where I live na Abidjan, now 1 net blackout day. The time where Bedier was being overthrown by Sorogide and the rest, when there was a military coup, when Bedier, the former president, was being overthrown by Gide Soro and all of those people. At that next day, 1 net day, I'm blackout in Abidjan. After that, as a matter of fact, within hours, lights come back. I was there. So make we not a from full people them, make we not a big full people them. There is I know I am young, but there is a lot I can tell you about other countries, especially within the West African hub. Because by the grace of God, I've been privileged to live in several different countries, and I've been privileged to interact with some of the higher classes of those countries. And I've been privileged to be put in for listen, be part of conversations and what have you. Tell God thank you. The family where me men, not to that family where then they say we're big people and they talk, make picking and go na go play. No, we were encouraged to sit and listen. So I appreciate that very much, because now then I make me the woman where I be today. Yeah? So this light thing don't want people them. By the way, the phone lines are open, because this now it is they talk about different things and where they happen at the country, and that make today the subjects now matters arising in the land that we love, Sierra Leone, matters arising in the land, Sierra Leone. So we mean for say, we not the wait stay, we reach inside 1 hour for make her open the phone line. It mean for say, the phone line open, everybody free for can give contribution. If you want can talk about the fuel price, so what talk about, you want can talk about the EDSA increase, so and people not getting sustainable units and where they last and long, and how all of them things so they affect the economy, the growth of the economy and day-to-day living, and also it affects lifespan. All them things so na a contributor. Okay, So if you want call, you can call the toll-free number when at 1-866-944-772, or you can call the UK line when at +44 20 80 891 455, or you can also use the Australian line when at +61 29 098 4337, or if all thing don't fail kpata, WhatsApp sef dey. You can use the WhatsApp number when at 1343 997 5828. Okay, so the phone lines are open, people. This is an open discussion. You are free to talk about whatever issue you want to engage in. We go about different subject matter than today. So Papa government, me one join Sierra Leonean and EDSA, me one join Sierra Leoneans them, because I know the importance of light. I know the importance of having stable electricity. Stable electricity is a development factor of your GDP and economy. The reason we make some country them not they joke with light and the stability of light, because that is, let me say something, that is like 80% of the contributing factor to a solid economy and a solid GDP, a consistent GDP. Because the availability of electricity, the availability of light makes a lot of things, make a lot of things accessible, make a lot of things easy, make a lot of things workable and achievable. So light is very, 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 very important. So for make sure say the tariff for light not so exorbitant that people not able afford, and even when they able afford, waiting them get not commensurable to waiting them they pay. It not good. Make we change their habits then they. Make we make sure say things are enjoyable, things are accessible to everyone, regardless of who side we fend safe. So nada me get for talk for the EDSA to EDSA for ask EDSA and ask Papa government if it costs the government to subsidize electricity with EDSA. Do that. Do whatever you need to do to make sure your people are okay. The business that man say in an electrician. How can an electrician work without consistent light? It's just like taking a patient to the theater and you do not have a breaker switch that comes on automatically as soon as light goes off. What is that going to lead to? High mortality. Where we they see consistently this person go operation, he left na table. In the middle of the operation, lights go. The generator not in the work. This, that. Like, when are we going to learn? When are we going to learn? When are we going to make life a little bit easier for not us who can afford, but for those who cannot afford? So before Papa God called them, they say, this life, at least myself me had been cold small. Hey, this life, I feel say myself had drink cold water. I think we owe that to people. I think we owe that to people who cannot afford. I think we owe that to people who are below our threshold, of affordability. I think we owe them that. We owe them to experience happiness in the way we experience it in this life. I think we owe them that. Yeah. So nadande me they say, for this wire so Papa government, me self they join on. Matilda of Salone issues self they join on. EDSA Papa government, if you have to subsidize a certain percentage so as to ease the burden on the people, please do so. Please. Yeah. Now, we don't talk about this one here, so I want to make we go but talk about something where I don't talk about stay, I don't talk about stay. By the way, I know some people will comment because I know you guys, you are very good at sending me messages. I know you would say, hey Matilda, one judge don't sentence people 100 years to jail for sexual penetration of a minor, blah 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 blah. Why didn't you talk about that? Isn't that a win? No, it is not a win. Sending people to jail, yes, when they commit a crime, when they commit an offense, as disgusting as that, yes, it is part of the correction, but it is not the whole package of the correction. I mean, for see a system, a planned system in place where even though this person they go serve this amount of time, while they serve this amount of time, these are the structures and mechanisms that will be put in place for make sure so we educate the person, for make sure so we give them counseling, for make sure so we morph them into a responsible man in society. Condemning this person to 100 years in jail, like, how does that benefit and how does that really deal with the issue of provision? How does that really deal with the issue of sexual penetration? How does that really deal with the rising issue of sexual violence and abuse? There have to be corrective measures in place. Not to just no more for send person go jail. You get to get an educational structure even when the person they jail, for make sure say you educate the person. You restructure the person. You morph the person into somebody different, somebody that can be a contributor to society. I go take a call. Caller, waiting at your name and also you they call for.
All right. Good morning, Matilda. Thank you very much for a relentless job the way they do for the country. Hello?
Yes, please go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. Though I want to make one suggestion on a platform. I don't know how that was possible. It takes a sacrifice anyway. I want like I plead to the management so that they'll be able to do a GoFundMe for the upcoming protest where they come on the country. I don't know. I'm just pleading.
What protest is this about, and what's the purpose of the protest?
The 8th of August, next month, there is a protest coming up in the country about everything where they go wrong in the country.
And who are the organizers of these protests? It's
gonna take some days. Hello?
Yes, who then are the organizers them of this protest?
It's all over social media. Like, waiting we happen last. This one a general one, a national protest where they go on. They're all over social media. We're at the 8th, from 8th onwards to 10th. And the very day when at the 8th, it will be like at home. Not know they happen. It's up to you. They don't stop nobody. But
okay,
majority don't decide for sit at home. The 9th, the same thing. The 10th, they go over the street for protest peacefully. They living. The cost of living in the country is too much for people living well and every other thing.
If I understand you correctly, this is not a silent protest, right? So, which means that people they know they go work, then they sit down at house, they know they open their shop, then they know they do any commercial activity.
Something of short. Yeah, the 10th, the majority will come out with them fly cars. With them flyers them for or tell the government, say, this is our constraints and we need to vent out our anger
Okay, so
by
now,
peaceful
now this
protest.
me go. Now this me go tell you, and I will say it out here because I know how people then can think and how people then go react. And I'm saying this so that it is well noted in the media. Okay, we cannot open a
Okay.
GoFundMe. We as a broadcasting station, and I as a presenter of the show and whatever of the show, cannot say to you, I go open or we go open a GoFundMe for support this protest. Because doing that means that we take full ownership and responsibilities for the lives and properties of people. We are not in the business of organizing protests. We are in the business of talking about issues, events, and seeing how we can maybe mediate or bring attention to government or bring attention to the people. However, that is not to say
Okay.
if you guys have a GoFundMe that you people create and that you want to talk about it like you are doing right now, you are not welcome to do so. But the onus cannot be on us to create such I call it a venture. Neither can we say that it's something we can take on, because that is definitely not part of our mandate and what we do.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, if you get on a
All right, then
GoFundMe page, on our make we
go straight to the issues now. That one,
you can do that. That is fine, because you are requesting.
somebody will go there ahead of the just a suggestion. We all know the situation of the country today, right?
Yeah, and for me, being ahead of
Yeah.
something, this is my activism. My activism is this: being here, making people aware of the different situations going on in the country, finding solutions, talking to government directly through this channel, telling them what's going wrong, giving them feedback
I got
on
it.
what the people are feeling. Right? That is my activism, and that is my give back to Sierra Leone. And like I say, if you get a link on our make we broadcast them or on our talk about them, it is open, you guys can do so, but we as an entity cannot take the ownership of that.
Okay, which is cool, but it's just a suggestion, which you don't think so. You are right, but we all the fight for the same goal to rescue with we need jump from any crisis where the country into today, right? Is well understood. If I still want help, when I still contact me through this line, I will link on our a platform or somebody will go ahead and the committee not going to say yes, because I know they say that the country anything can happen. And if I find somebody where they on ground where able with them, then the good news will go to owner where they help as well.
Thank you very much. We've heard you, and like I said, I think I've been very clear on our stand, so that there are no misinterpretation or miscommunication or misunderstanding. And like I said, if at any point you guys create something and you want to talk about it and you want people to know about it, you're more than welcome. Okay, so we go move on from this. I want make we go to something now where been they happen now Wataki. I don't go say where been they happen, because if I use the word been they happen in good Creole understanding, it mean for say it not dey happen again, but that thing wey still dey happen. So therefore, I want to give credit to Zainab Tight Corner of the Tight Corner show. We make this video here so where they vent. But you see, I can always talk say until something meets you, you not gonna know how it be. Now when it meets you, when it crack you cross over one, now you dey understand. I've been talking about these issues for years. And how this thing are so not dey born good pikin for we economy, e no dey born good pikin for investors them, e no dey encourage people them for come back and pour in. But somehow there is a grand chief patron. I know they call them all, but there is a grand chief patron. Those who have experienced water key, who've experienced clearing and water key, you all know that there is a grand chief patron. I go can talk to the grand chief patron. Make me listen to this.
Hello everyone. I not for do this, but it good sometimes. Let we they do this for show people them. This now 11,826,500. This now bill of loading, delivery order. Now in this paper, most people where they do container work, they know this paper. This is frustrating so badly. It's sad. It's really sad for this price. In December, na be around 8 million, some hundred. To now, it's sad though. It's frustrating. If I tell una Sierra Leoneans them, you know, waiting the ambogwe, na politics do ambogwe. People are so bitter. A lot na public transports them today just for I make things easy for myself because I not get for balance that me not to send. People they talk a lot. People they're so bitter. This is sad though. Now a lot of people they say and they stop for do business because now when you don't go pay this, even though yes you get forget return back, but you know much. Tell me. Only this force, you get other half bill them back when you get for go pay. Wanna tell me, Sierra Leoneans, how business go fine? How the business people them where they go buy to people where they cancel with container? How the business people there? How now let them put them price? How now let them sell? Because everything expensive. And if you got today, you meet this price tomorrow, now other price. When I see the frustration, when I see the traumatized, when I see the depressed, where the people them now it makes some of the people them so bitter. It's sad, really sad. This is an uptight. Are they all the way free tone? I'm right though, for sure this. I'm right, okay? No hard feeling, but it really frustrating. Land that we love, Sierra Leone.
So this na Zainab Tight. It dey free tongue instead they feel the pinch, the otutu don't meet am. The otutu, the real otutu don't jam am. And instead now they see waiting we can they talk. Because sometimes when you say things, people think, oh, you're a hater, you're a government basher, you don't appreciate government, you don't appreciate the work of government, you don't this. Appreciation come in measure. Appreciation na by waiting you do, waiting you demonstrate. If it match up, like where they reduce the fuel price so. I say them do well, but they need for try. I say them do well, but they not do better. Or they do better, but they not do well. Now create talk. Una choose the one who say una want now. I tell una say if fuel na been 15,000 and now dem bring am come to 22,000, dem for fair middle 15,000 and 22,000 and dem for bring am come down too. But if na 22,000 we no bring am come to 20,000, me no see the good one we do, but we no try. Now to this thing wey Zainab Tight talk, if you've been following me for a long time on here and even on my personal page, I don't line up the importance of why clearing where people then don't pay for ship, they don't pay everything from here or wherever their shipping point of departure is. They don't pay all thing. Why make we reach Salone then for go pay again? And you know the thing wey can even vex me now, whether charity organization them, which they supposed to be exempt. They're supposed to be, once you then don't mark and charity get them clear paper them for sure, they're supposed to be exempt. But as is, hey God, has there been try chance going on? Sometimes even to the point where some charities they not even get, you know, the option because they are so desperate to clear and help the people the way they want for help. Then they reach now their pockets and then they pay again for something where they don't already pay for. What you are doing is not only that you are sowing bad seed, bad blood between you and this person where they come for help, but also you are taking away from the people that they are helping. Because that money wey be for don left na the hand for make them able do more, una don take am comot na the hand, wey mean for say wetin dem in budget for, wetin dem in plan for, dem no dey able achieve all thing. But you see the thing that is even more detrimental. Una sorry for that one wey no can understand me big English. Me produce that me produce I can say Matilda. Need for broke and non small for we people them. But sometimes when I'm in the thick of it, I just know how to say what I know how to say in the manner I know how to say it. Right? So no be a me, be a big. What is even more detrimental? What's even bad? What's even worst? The word don't come now. What's even worst? What's even bad? Pata. Now the fact say, then senior so now a contributor to the decrease in with GDP, now a contributor to the decrease in with production, now a contributor to the decrease in with economic advancement. Because if you dey charge people then so much for bring thing and kind of your country, where the people then don't spend money for buy them thing and they don't pay for ship, then they don't pay all thing where they need for pay. And then when they reach now your country, thing where they're not supposed to pay for again, you they come back, you levy heavy tariff on them. How do you think that's going to turn out in the open market, in the trading market, in the trading space? Because somehow they have to make their money back. Somehow they not only have to make their money, but they also have to make some form of profit. Make I go to the caller. Caller, waiting on your name and who say you call from.
Hello, viewers. Oh, now good evening again.
Good evening, yes.
My first point here, now question I want to ask, where did you leave from me? Because before then they tell about coins then. But up to now, I know they call back home for inquire about coins then. I don't know if you now get any idea about that.
So far we not see any coins released or talked about. We've seen notes. And as if even you go na the commercial Bank of Sierra Leone, their website, what is officially published here are notes. There is no talk about coins, so that I'm not aware of.
This is too sad for our country. Anyway, the things then, as of to date, where are they talk to you? So then people are still there on the negotiation for foresee how best them will bring down the fuel to 19 or 18,000. Just imagine where the international price is about $17, which I cannot tell you the specific, the exact price. Now accepting that the worst thing they take for a long time, but they go up to it exceed 130. The 10-way fuel every day then 6,000. It was $105 per barrel. Now when the thing don't come below that, they up to another people that they use the price for fuel. We never encountered them. Then the lesser price than we. Then talking of this sport, exactly what they narrate. So I remember I sent small load. I end up for give up the load. You go don't pay everything and you can't pay what a day where you send the load from. And you can't pay for every problem at the end. Now we charge you for what you don't pay for you buy the thing from or ship the thing from. How on that waiting exactly then people are one for let people do now in the country, or how they expect people to survive. It's too sad. Very, very sad. The economy now national property that they take OG to foreigner and so these people that come then they call fair. The agreement with Turkey now that they can report them to Turkish government for running for 25 years. But God so good, they still not pass in parliament. They just they pray the next election they were out. That will take back with property. And I also blame this way, this so-called flag bearer for what alter a statement publicly. They try for bring tribalism in business, and I expect that from yes, still we not to get leadership in our country because it's not two different things. Being a president and being a leader are two different things. That thing was unacceptable, and we know they condone any president for start to get. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Kola, for your contribution. So the caller make a point where it was the transfer of ownership or leasing for the running of the keys to the Turkish for 25 years. I refrain for talk about that because I know they up to speed as to who side that negotiation or leasing contract or agreement date. When it all becomes clear, I will talk about it. I'll talk about the implication of that. If you know a country where they call Argentina, go read the history of Argentina. Not for say some man go say, oh, you are talking about, but no, I'm not talking about something. Read the history of Argentina. Read what it really read what it really bring about the crisis of Argentina. Read what it is bringing about the current crisis in Argentina. Yeah. Green Revolution. Read why Pan-Africanists them be sidom and team up against Green Revolution. I'm not about to go into that. But like I said, there's a time and place for everything. The time for this one is not today. But for the keys, everybody knows who've passed through anybody who don't pass through water key, we don't send something to water key. They want the way they ship. They want the way they clear. We all know say there is a chief patron. We all know that. So, chief patron, I dey beg you, in the name of the average Sierra Leoneans them, in the name of the one that we just do 1, 2, 3, knock here, put yanda, pull yanda, put here so. Just so they too can believe that they are doing something for their country. Just so they too can say they are bringing something of quality to their country. Chief patron, do you the big? Release the process a little bit. Chief patron, you don't eat, you don't bell full, you don't colic. Now vomit, you dey vomit. Do ya not ask the people them? For Kana you mouth, where you colic, make them can't take the breeze where they come on you mouth. No ask the people them, where you dey vomit, make them can't lick you vomit. You know yourself. I don't need to call your name. Chief patron, this is for you. Release the process so that the people can breathe. Right now, you don't sit down at the neck. To them, you sit down at the neck, they can't breathe. Even though when they don't put their knee then at the ground, their knee then the heart, they don't lay down at ground because they don't tire for kneel down. You still put your foot there. Not the neck. So do your chief patron. You know yourself. I don't need to call your name. Sometimes it is good to speak in codes because you understand. I am begging, please. For the name of equality, for the name of inclusion, for the name of, right now, I don't call it at the vomit. No ask them, make them lick you vomit. Do ya a beg. Make themselves take within they're able to take. They have labored, they have worked hard. Let them be proud of their labor. Yeah? And then let me get for say. Now I want to move to something where get for do I dey try for contemplate. Make I move to the doctor then junior doctor then. The spokesperson for the junior doctor then, the PRO for the junior doctor then been grant interview again, compliment this video or this interview recording. I go get for compliment two people them because or acknowledge two people them because it was extracted from one place and then published in another place. I could have gone to that place directly to do the extraction, but listen, I don't tell you now. It is better I stay here and work hard than run go Salone and go join Agbeki on the hand business. So allow me, I didn't have the time to do that. Make we listen to that interview there from the PRO, the public relations person or the spokesperson of the junior doctors then. Three things were key to me in that interview. I go ask me technical person make them play that video there. So you see there, we dey do one but we go from one issue to another there are so many issues. So today I decide not to focus on one issue but to address a plethora different issue there, small. I go ask me technical team make them play that video there or that interview there. If you're looking for guidance, it should be the interview should be immediately under the okay. So so the technical team no radiate with that one day. But before I address that day, maybe as we technical team they ready, make a talk about then the press release where the police pull na do. I think that press release they issued to Dr. Samuel Kamara The so-called aspirant or former flag bearer. Listen, as much as I can say this thing, so some people like you feel to say a joke at a joke. I do not pay attention to politicians. I pay attention to issues. So do ya, if I dey call person, I not call in title or in so-called title, just know that I'm not doing it to spite. It's because I honestly do not know. Because for me, that is not what I pay attention to. Yeah? So the police pull press release na door. And I just want to rub much small into this press release. Apparently, or allegedly, and I dey say allegedly because something wey I no hear, something wey I no see, I know they can talk am with affirmation. If I been sit down here so and I don't hear this so-called audio or video or something that this person allegedly say, and the ramification, I'm not gonna say the ramification because nothing has happened yet, but the implication of allegedly waiting this person say it dey look like say it gets some form of tribal sentiment panam or divisioning panam. Now I no go comment on the person in audio or the person in video because honestly I don't know which medium this message came from because I do not have it. Yeah, me self get for put roof na house. I also get for put cold water na fridge. So it means that I don't always have time to be chasing clouds and chasing a lot of things. Yeah. Sometimes people deliberately send things to me and I will take a look at it and weigh the option if it's something worth addressing or not. In this particular instance, because I not see them, and I don't want to make people misunderstand me, say, hey, Matilda, you not talk about this or when at this night they play favoritism, this, that. No, I'm not playing any form of favoritism. I don't know these people. I do not have personal relationship with them. If they win election tomorrow, not to me win election. All right? All right? They do not put food on my table just like they do not put food on your table. I would assume. But here is what I'm going to say. If anything where this person say or allegedly say get any form of semblance of a tribal tone, then the person is absolutely wrong. Listen, we can barely breathe in Sierra Leone as it is with the pitting of ethnicity, of ethno-politicization. That is actually the word. That is the actual word, ethno-politicization. What we need is to de-ethno-politicize. We need to move away from ethnic political alliances and ethnic political undertones and talk and all of that. And ethno-politicization, what do it mean? Basically, in one word, it means tribalism. Yeah? It means tribalism. So me we sit down ayaso. I write about ethno-depoliticization and why it is important for Sierra Leone to ethno-depoliticize and not ethno-politicize. So, if this person in speech or in talk or whatever I say gets any form or semblance of ethno-politicization, I condemn it to the strongest form. Because as it is, we can barely hang on. Than make we they use that kind of rhetorics then they for flair, the emotions of people. I go can't read what in the police say and I go can't address this what in the police say on its own merits. Yeah? And excuse me, make a drink water first. Now, if una notice say I dey struggle for read, So because I not sabi read o, because una sef don say I don read na so several times, and I think I am one of the fastest, if not the fastest reader. Now the online shows them. Now, for salon or salon business. But if I'm struggling to read sometimes, it's because the way the thing writes, it's a bit hard. Or the way the thing puts together. It acts for make me self, even where the reader make it convince me or make it make proper grammatical sense to me. Right? Okay. They can't read now. This one also says Salone police for immediate release. It goes on to say the Sierra Leone police has informally learned that Dr. Samora Kamara, former APC standard. Okay, I go read what he says. Standard bearer has made plans to travel to Cambia Town and Tonkolimba Chiefdom respectively to hold political events on Friday, July 2022 instant. There is no what? There is no defining that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now give me a second. Yeah, babe. I think, okay. There is no denying the fact that such events have the potential to attract huge supporters at the places so named. It is for this reason that the Sierra Leone police are seriously concerned that Dr. Samora Kamara would organize such now give me a second here, they find I'm hard for see some of the words then. Okay, that Dr. Samora Kamara will organize such movements and events in the northwest region without recourse to the police for approval. I want to make una underline the word approval, okay? Without recourse to the police for approval and proper security planning and coverage of same, okay? Now underline, pay attention to the word approval, the word proper security planning and coverage of same, okay? It is therefore considered a big security risk to hold such events without official knowledge of the police. Experience has shown that such convergence of political supporters has the potential to attract unwarranted public order situation. In view of the foregoing, the Sierra Leone police wishes to advise Dr. Samora Kamara and team to prioritize notifying, and seeking approval. Again, the word is approval. And seeking approval, and I want to make una underline as well the word notifying, seeking approval of the Inspector General of Police before ever embarking on any of such movement and planned activity. This is meant to ensure and guarantee better understanding and engagement with the police for the proposed event. It is to be noted the management considers the safety and security of everyone residing in Sierra Leone as its sacred responsibility, to now underline that again, and therefore looks forward to seeing Dr. Samora Kamara and his team fully comply with the provisions of the Public Order Act number 64 of 1965, notifying the police in writing for approval. I always want to talk say a law that is not in juxtaposition, that is not aligned with the Constitution, is a law that cannot be called upon. Yeah. Now, yeah, so 2 weeks ago, I go into the Constitution and I go into waiting the Constitution say about the freedom to assemble, the freedom to associate, the freedom to demonstrate, and all of that. Yeah. So here, Usaimi feel say the organizers, and it's addressed to Dr. Samora Kamara, are wrong. Usaimi feel say they are wrong is that if they don't notify the police, because no matter the case, the police, them primary responsibility na for safeguard lives and property. Yeah, me no go away from that, because na dande na the police them primary responsibility. The police them primary responsibility now for make sure say people are safe, safeguard lives and property. Yeah. So when they get political rally or any form of gathering, even na yaso sef usayade, if today one of the woman organization they want to join, or any of the organization they want to join or belong to, or groups they want to belong to, decide say they want protest for something, then go inform the Ottawa police. Now inform the Ottawa police, you know, the liberties them where the liberties to gather, convert, protest, whatever, where then are the rights and rights and freedom of Canada, they are as similar as the one that we also they inside the Salone Constitution. Right? So you they inform the police. You go tell the police, say na yaso we want get that. The police go ask you, say, okay, una de stagnant na one place, or una get for move about. If you get for move about, you tell we so that we go safeguard, we go secure that area, that parameter there for una. But you are not asking the police for approval. You informing them, you are notifying them. So I don't know who side the Sierra Leone police always can come with this perception that information is equal to approval. Yeah? Informing you about my intent does not mean I need your approval. It means that I am informing you so that you can then make the necessary arrangements in collaboration with me to ensure my safety and the safety of others. That is why you need to inform them. But you are not informing them because you need their approval to do what you want to do. So long as it's not infringing on the liberties and freedom of others. Or neither, so long as you not make sure say una protect the parameters. For make sure say nothing no go array. Nothing no go out of order. That is your job. But your job is not to grant approval. So now this one also me see the problem in the languaging, in the wording of the Sierra Leone press release. I think say what I mean for don't say is that listen, we understand say now this should they try for do if not true, we no get notification from you pa. We go need you and your team una go need for notify we and tell we na whose date una one gather, whose side una they gather, na one side una they gather, or una get for waka go different places there, so that we go send with people there for make sure say bombo so will not happen. That is the job of the police. The job of the police is not to grant approval for people there. We want for protest, or we want for converge, or we want for gather. Because the Constitution gives them that right. It gives them. Hey God. I don't want for going to the part of the Constitution again. Please. It is clear. And if we constantly say there is no law that is above the Constitution of our land, and if there is an act, a legislated act that is not aligned with the Constitution, and waiting the trump. The Constitution trumps. So I don't understand why time and again, time without number. I sure say when the president and the minister then they go on side, then they inform the police say, hey, we dey go visit so and so place or we go there at so and so place and the police they make the necessary arrangements. The president is not seeking your approval. The ministers are not seeking your approval. Ambassadors and the likes and blah blah blah, NGOs and your partners and blah blah blah, they are not seeking your approval. What they are seeking or what they are doing is to inform, and that information doesn't mean that they want consent from you. They're not asking for your consent here. They're just telling you this is our intent, make the necessary arrangements so that Bongoso will not go happen. Dear beg, make we dey apply with laws them, make we dey put them into practice so everything go be a year for everybody. This exaggeration of power, this make we abort this overuse of power, please. Make we abort them. We need to really, really work diligently to abort overusage of power. We need to do that. Elections around the corner. And I go feel to say that July we day. Before we say Melap, Jaco Kotia in December we go there. Before we say Melap, Jaco Kotia we go there inside December. So do ya. That cow where you kill, when you sell in a market, you forget for bring in inside cam. The yacht cam for selling with them. Not to after when you don't go na host done. When sand done dry, you go bring and you go put an abanda. I know say some people and go say, hey, this Creole picking, you don't confuse you. This kind Creole don't talk so now. But the one that we sabi Creole. And for the one that we understand Creole, I said that cow where you kill. When you forget for take in got any inside, carry and go market go sell and together with the cow part. You forget for take the cow parts together with the cow skin go sell. Not the way you left the cow parts na do sand on dryer. Now that time you go put on a banda. Salone police. I left also. Again, remember people, the phone lines are still open. The phone lines are open. I don't know if the producer don't ready for show that junior doctors they own make we rub more pandan this small. The junior doctors they remember say few weeks ago I've been telling I say themselves can with their own say conditions of work and salary. If within 21 days, they not come to the negotiation, government not come at the negotiation table and negotiate with them, and then at least meet them halfway or then agree on something, then go on strike on the 21st day, after 21 day, or on the 21st day or after in the 21st day. So I don't know if we producer don't manage secure that interview there for make we listen, because I just want to draw on attention to 2-3 things then. If my producer still dey work on that video there, I want make he replay the video of the Ghana president where they talk about the hardship. Waiting in government don't do for curtail the hardship on the average Ghanaian then. Because those somehow okay, so he said the link, somehow the link restricted, so he not able to pull that video there. And unfortunately that video then a one side day, a one side me able to see him. But I want to play okay, make a sum them up. So basically the junior doctor then saying when thing begins wrong and thing begin money, government no see no side for go court. no parastatal who side dem for go cut comot. Na den na dem own na im dem go pull comot am. Dem say government reduce dem stipend dem and dem salary between 20 to 25%. So wey mean say some of the benefits dem wey dem dey get, government cut am down by 20%, and then pan dem salary dem. Just imagine dem people here, they are making peanuts by all standard. One of these days, I will publish a list of wetin, I know they say junior doctors dem now, wetin doctors dem dey make na the sub-region. Yeah, wetin na dem salary. Or even go further for show wetin doctors dem dey make within West Africa as dem salary. And then show wetin we own Salone doctors dem dey make. Listen, there is something called incentive. E no matter what can talk about the doctor, then say talk about the doctor, talk about the healthcare system, talk about the this, talk about the that. If somebody does not have the incentive to do their job, how do you expect them to thrive? How do you expect them to thrive? Now, let alone then junior doctor, yeah. So when I'm mumunyere, na they pay them. To be honest, then say outside 2 day for talk, make we talk up. Mumunyere, na they get. Now, panda mumunyere, they waiting down to one goal sign at the world, tin to one another country. They not see no side for go pull comot. Na pandi junior doctor, the you mumunyere, now you go pull comot. How is that fair? So they serve them baranta, they say no, this is not fair. Already we don't have enough. Already we are hanging by the tail. Already we are hanging by a thin thread. If not to say some of we get family oversee where they manage we on top of waiting we they make. This doctor work here so money. We are being sustained by our family. Then you say things to them, you know, look, no side for go pull come on up and we own small money back, they go cut come on. What happened to the pay of your cabinets? I go let for see a press release where a firm say the current cabinets, MDAs, then all then get 30% less salary. I go let for see say in the past 6 months, all of the parastatals, them, MDAs, ministers, them, you know, department heads and agencies, them, that their salary has been consistently cut by 30%. And that their subsidies to fuel, petrol, we not forget, them people here, water bows are they gonna they also go pump the water. Now that they pay for that water, they subsidize that water. It's the state. Now me and you, we NRA, what would they pay? I know say some people and want to open them phalanges for talk say, you know, they Salone, but guess what? I have receipts to show that every year I they pay city council, I they pay NRA and Salone. As a matter of fact, when I sit down, when I notice say they not send me the bill for pay, now me they call say go city council, go NRA, let them give you the bill, because it is my responsibility as a citizen for make sure say I pay me taxes then. If I they pay me taxes then I also if government they cut almost money by my salary in the name of tax and I know they grumble. When I catch them, catch me now people country. Where it make me for grumble, for pay tax na the side way and I didn't bury me neighbor. So I am very judicious about that, very meticulous. Year in, year out, nothing I know they joke with. Because nothing where I see me granny and me people, they not joke with. So I know the principle, I know the importance of paying your taxes. So yes, so me tax where are the paper and they inside that basket fund where they pay unu salaries them. Yes, it is. I don't care if 50% of our financial budgets are subsidized by international partners, or sometimes even 60%, depending on the day, depending on what's needed. But me yo one drop sansan, me yo one drop water is also part of the bucket. So therefore, I have the right to say. I go like for see the president, just like where the president Oga say, me and my cabinet and every other what places where necessary, we don't cut down. Now, when thing happen, and then put teacher and then put doctor there. Now, na can make how they call them, bing bing bang, basbos. Una. Yes, we sure can. If it's loud enough for the viewers to listen, yes, we sure can. Why make all turn up and the teachers them and then doctors then now can let for make basketball spine? Why una not they bring the basketball within una self? Why una not don't cut una salaries them by 50% over the past 6 months? Why? Also, things for continue for be as if. Things for continue for be as if for una. There should be no interruption in lifestyle. But for them, now them for always they say we for be a God day. When are you also going to join the we for be a God day? When are you also going to join the may God help we all? You know, in these few months of excuse me, people, of extreme hardship, I know waiting on command and my pockets go Salone. I know. I know waiting on command and my pockets go Salone. And what even makes it difficult is if you marry a foreigner. Yeah? If you marry a foreigner, you know, and that foreigner is from within the sub-region. When the kind of phone calls and the kind of albalawas them where they come at your phone, you know the receiver on your own phone. Are we not all part of the same sub-region? Did your country not gain independence the same time my country gained independence? Were people from my country not coming to your country to earn degrees and earn whatever? What happened? That conversation they came on now. I'm sorry for we. Now I am talking now from the personal. I'm sorry for we. Sometimes it is very hard to explain that, you know, last week I sent this week I get for send this much. Then, you know, and it doesn't stop. And pray God you have an understanding partner, someone with empathy, someone with the heart of God. If you don't get that kind of person there, but then they bring divorce, then they bring stress in a relationship in this part of the world, because that's the consequences that people in this part of the world end up suffering. Plaba na os, peace no de na os, all tell long months, all tell you are walking on eggshells because you don't want to. I've seen it in other homes. This type of, you know, draconian, excessive hardship na the country them. Yes, people might have people overseas to help them, but trust me, it gets ramification. It gets effects back to the people the way they send for other people them. So the burden not to yonder no more, it dey all side, it is spread across. Yeah? Make we listen to what the junior then Dr. Binge for say. We technical team go play from an audio for make we listen. Hope you guys can hear.
The entire situation for talk on a press release where they may pull outside them state concern and also give ultimatum to government.
Viewers, let us know if it is audible enough.
On the line now, I talk to Dr. Patrick McJaguar, we in at the PRO for the Salone Medical Dental Association. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning and welcome to the
19.1.
Good Morning Salone.
Yeah, the name na Peter Majajwa, the PRO for Salone Medical and Dental Association.
Okay, we see this BNTM on a pool release. Also, understand some of our concern them and also give an ultimatum. What really first prompt the Association of the Salone Dental for come out with this press release and issues the way they inside it?
Okay, sometime back, let's just take Fambu to the start of this whole thing. So we get entitlement. We won now for the get fuel with our petrol or diesel every week. It will be 9 liters. So every day it will be 9 liters. So per week we will get like 45 liters. Over the years, it's not been the happen. Then also we get an instance. Also we just wake one morning, then we salary get deducted across the line, starting from the most junior doctor to consultant. So we get engagement with various people there, MDAs, the Ministry of Health and Finance. We know the reason why make this be happen. So they give the example, but we be talk say even people will be sign any contract, we be get a memorandum, who be say therefore don't call we back and engage we going forward on what if will happen if they want end anything. But when that they come up, will not be informed at all. So they just do them abruptly. So we think say one, that be very disrespectful to profession, and that not to be the agreement we'll get. So then two issues then we start with just cut, we a bit cut across. Some people then they get a 20% deduction, while some people they get up to 25% deduction. So we can't up with them two issues then say until they will genuine and they need for raise them back. Without that day, we get a press conference on the 7th of this month. Also, we pull a press release say event which issue that did not be addressed accordingly, we'll go on a strike action after 21 days. So who be say now that not the bigger way for go, because the law say whenever you strike it for 21 days notice.
Engagement with the rightful body them from the Ministry of Health. I mean, go on a reason we make them do the salary, deduction and also tap for go on a fuel.
The fuel, of course, in not beyond the Kamai for come. So in be other different thing. The fuel over the years, we think it happen basically where they send allocation to ministry or to hospitals. After every 3 months, they will call. They will just compile a list of all doctors that will have facility, especially the tertiary hospitals when are Connaught, PCMate and Olajuyi. Then they'll just go and maybe a legal 45 or maybe 90 liters. That will serve you for like 6 months. If you get lucky, you'll get back before the year around. But if you're not lucky, that will be you pay for the 1 year. So here we're supposed to get over 1,000 liters per year. You just get like maybe 100 or 120 liters. That is very unfair to me. So do we investigations and we know say now we legal right for more get them because that then are the law. See all civil servants they will be 9 and above for the get 9 liters per day for work.
Be engaged the rightful.
Then for the side deduction. According to the engagement we get now was that I think they see Minister of Finance they get World Bank people that within the country where they talk the budget be overbloated in terms of salary and other things. So they need some type of court for able to harmonize. And other than people they turn to for Gurandi, na be we who say that they be very unfair to we. And we will say not to that way they for wrong because all the time we would be not enough, then we put them back.
So the engagement way una be get with the rightful owner them that from the Ministry of Health. From that same day to now, we una do that engagement day, the things the way una be lay as una concern or demand, then be able to look into anyone.
Okay, so this is just an update. During this week, on Monday, after I don't put the release, on Monday we get then calling at the ministry, that Ministry of Health, they calling for a meeting. The executive of SLMD with representatives from the ministry, with the Minister of Interior BDD. And indeed, during that meeting, they recognize it. They think na a concern we legitimate, and if there was no argument about it, say now we right for get them over the years, not on the happen and all. So they be promises they go look into them and try for address them going forward. But what I be the third thing was we not get any concrete agreement like on date, on when and how they go about that. And as it stands, we already put we press statement and we don't make them known say after 21 days, if their concern they don't be met, then we resort to class action. And as it stands, with membership, they go down on the definitely. And the membership, even after the meeting, who can update them, the membership, we still want to know now for solve the problem, not to promise or not to say they resolve and other things in the. So definitely, as things stand now, as I say, for more commodity, we don't get any updates. And if the 34th of this month reach, we not get them, they not be addressed, then we need to know that we vote for go ahead to plan.
It's concern them where they raise from doctor them on things you get for do to salary fail and other one them. Now in line with all doctor na the country because most time where certain set of people can get concern, you can get a division. Some can say we they part of the one them we get the concern, some can make like they don't understand another part of the one the way they raise the concern. So my question is this not in line with all doctor na the country?
Definitely this time round. This time round, when I remember over the years, we can say that come up now the junior doctors they can come up because within the body with the mandate the welfare of doctors there, we get the junior doctors association who can go to Judicial, they'll get the Salone Medical and Dental Association, we in cut across to all doctors, either you being junior doctor, you being consultant, or even junior doctor with the ministry. So it cut across for all doctors there.
Alright, Mr. Jajwa, the 21 days we una don't give to government for look into una issues them, it still stand?
Yeah, definitely it still stand. As today now the 22nd, so we still wait for the 31st. We hope say by the 31st, this will be the result. Because as I say from the meeting will go, we will not get any concrete agreement on going forward and for solve the issue.
Alright, as you say, una not get concrete agreement into the issue they wanna highlight. So if governments not look into an issue, say the 21 days done, waiting next.
Now that we don't see this now. With the result to the strike action, we'll go ahead with the plan. And we'll start the strike, except we see all the things that be done before we come back.
Alright. Now, Mr. Jajwa, the issue they want to come up with for sit down strike,
Okay,
we
so,
21 days ultimate.
So, really, now the crux of the most important part for this interview, upon the doctors then concern on another area. How person go wake in the morning, you not negotiate with the person, you not call the person at table, can say, hey, now this not happen, no. Because of this, now this way they think, oh, I wanna see am. Waiting we go do together. The person just wake in the morning one day no more. If they expect this one time, you cut waiting it normally don't they expect floop by 30% without you not tell them, without you not bring an can at the table for inform and force or negotiate with them. And then when the person ask, you say, oh, World Bank say we budget over bloated, and because we budget over bloated, we need for cut back on something then for normalize the budget. So when World Bank say una budget over bloated, una no World Bank say unu budget the ombele, mean say it pass mark. When World Bank don't tell unu say unu budget the ombele it pass mark, unu no see no side for go cut, unu no say make unu cut pa unu yon salary dem o. Na the popo doctor they want no they pay better self. When a mumu nyere unu they give them. Na pan the young salary and the young benefits, the young small fuel where them in the get. Now you see for go cut span. Meanwhile, you young and day water bowser they can supply you every 3 days or every week. They get fuel subsidies, they get travel allowance, they get light bill subsidies, they get salary them. Was this not the same? Because World Bank na a partner and a development partner. So a development partner don't tell you say unu budget over bloated, the rombele it pass smack. People where they so the finance minister now in decide say see no side for cut na yanda for cut. Say make cut your own salary or make it cut in an incompetent salary. Now this way, the EU envoy to Salone in the talk say, this bridge here so now we bill am for the Salone people then we get one minister wey be sit down on side. Where breeze me the blow and full fair. Decide for talk, ask the EU envoy if in a development partner or if you want interfere into the politics of una. People that when then they subsidize more than 50% of una healthcare costs, education costs, girl child's project, roads and infrastructures then. Then want tell them something. Because they, forget say they have the duties to report back to their taxpayers. Because any money will come inside this Canada, where Canada puts in the basket fund, or where it goes solo and supports unu project, guess what? Me tax them the inside there. That money where they work around onto some bank and they go print noto. Now waiting the Canadian people and they pay na the taxes now inside there and they pull their budgets. So when people are talking, let boys and girls sleep. Or may they sit still and listen. Because these are very important issues. And these are issues that were intertwined. We get different layers then. Yeah? So to the junior doctors and doctors across here, you people have to stand your grounds. Because not to alter no more ways until happy now and the teacher then for can call and now for suffer. You people deserve decent working conditions. Because when somebody they work now, when somebody get decent working condition, they bring collapse. Then waiting in land school they able to apply them. Go there, they try for do surgery or they try for suture a stitch and then they think but wait strength. Wait who I get for pull the money for pay in Pekin and get for go school, who I get for pay school fee, who I get for pay lunch. How we go manage by the next fuel for go see patients then and money? No, that shouldn't be their worries. That is wrong. Anyways, as we wrap up, because we don't reach now almost close to the 2-hour mark. Una know for say this show na 2 hour. Una spread the word across. 7 p.m. on Fridays, we sit here, we discuss issues. That's what we do. We provide solutions. Because as I'm discussing, I'm also providing solutions. And not just no more so don't they criticize. I don't show now side for cut here and put here under. But no one greedy bumpy. No one greedy. Greedy bumpy, no one greedy for cut here, put here under. Because it go affect your own bottom line. This is something we'll get for Camper next week, but I just want to make the viewers there just listen small no more waiting they go on with the day-to-day. Now the land that we love we can to the land business na Salone. I will make a producer upload that one day. I want to tell again I want to tell Sierra Networks AAA and in team. Thank you for way and able go out to do their filming here so and make them available as content for people to use. Make we listen to this.
this land here, the judiciary of Sierra Leone, they get up. This entire Belia part, yeah, and then get this land here, so me not the minister of lands, yeah. If any person they don't give una, they don't give una illegally. All of know that, yeah. The chief justice then also can't look in land. They call me for that, I come here, yeah. IG said there and other government officials there, yeah. So we can't look here. When I listen, no, we not clap it. We can't look here, but make sure say they when are the landowners and they get the land. But make sure say they can occupy the land back and then get up. We as a government to get the responsibility to make sure say the community here so they're safe for the judiciary because of the properties. Yeah. If we don't make mistakes in the past, we can still correct them. Yeah. And they today now so with the one when I get this land, one of the chief justice of Sierra Leone. Yeah. The police they can make sure say he's secured. Mr. Say we now so we are coming here. Mr. Say secure and the other people yeah. So now for the beginning prepare on ourselves psychologically, we begin to get a rethink that this land they are not to get and the one that will get they want the land. They will go for find time for make sure so we can they take control of the land. So they understand that. For it's having the court system as well all over this country. Yeah. They always head them. And they are with the 90 maps. Yeah? I don't can have it. They don't can take a land. This land here, this entire Belia Park na land. They belong to the judiciary of Sierra Leone. So anybody within Nayasu, whoever who don't give you, whether you get paper or not, to be illegal. Because this land here, now the judiciary get up. So if na ministry been give you, not the ministry been give you, enough for the year. Yeah? They don't can take a land. And I don't pray a can't today for like can't take a land, you know the landlord now. So you waiting now, then people have to get back to the other side. Okay. Then you go one day bring machine card. Then they tell you again, then they give nobody notice now again. Now tell everybody waiting now. Then they give nobody notice again now. Yeah? Court, then the law say, now then get now. So anytime they come. So the best way they do now, let people vehicle here, let them not bring bulldozer car, they begin haste and they put a part of the other one, and they haste and they put a part of the other one, and to where they say, which is said, to man, I go get the wahala. Yeah? So I can't tell you now, they formally. So tell everybody we get vehicle there, as to let them come begin pull them. They can't anytime, they can't take the land. Yeah?
So me fumble them. This one I watch so an entire show of itself. Yeah? I just no more want to tell you now what is to come. This clip one I watch so an entire show of itself. Because first of all, this is where we talk about the responsibility of government. Zoning, country, urban and city planning, demarcation, when a zoning, the responsibility of government towards its people, and the responsibility of people as citizens of the nation. I don't know what people they clap for, because we dip on this. You see this clapping and dancing culture. It don't send we go behind. Because we see people no more quick. We don't begin beat batter for dance. We don't begin play gumbe for dance. We don't begin clap. What you they clap for? We don't know what you they clap for. Somebody they tell you say, who say you put you igbale? Then they can't root you commode. They not tell you say where they root you commode, then they go put you other side. Then you see they clap. Somebody they tell you say, who say you feel say you don't put you money. Sometimes you don't go buy land, sometimes you don't go buy place. Then you don't put you igbale for take care of you and your family. For offend you small and make life happy. They tell you say, if they go bonfy. He say next time when they kind of they warn you. He say na bulldozing the bulldoze, na clear they clear. You see though they clap. What you they clap? What are you clapping for? There is a lot to unpack about the approach, the method used. Was it excessive use of power? Could there have been another way of approaching and dealing with the situation? Could we try to maybe utilize other means to get people out of the land, encroachers them. Because to be honest, this encroaching thing, you know, capture of property, where them very well know say them property they may not belong to them, it is very common. It is things that people are suffering. Some are going through it in silence and not wanting to use their influence to get results, but being patient to arrive at the destination. But it is a problem. It is an endemic problem. But who then are the main people then of this problem? We get for look inside there. Is it the people or is it the very government themselves? Who are the inspectors that have been going around to make sure that state lands and state properties are not infringed on? Who are the people that are going around and make sure say personal property them where they don't then are the lands and survey on a catalog, on a data bank, on a data system, that they are not touched, that no one touch them, that they are not sold to people. Now, other than they make them paper they are so, and they give them people they are so access to people they land them. Because if something say 2-point-something acre or 4-point-something acre, for example, belongs to the Sise family, it then on a data bank, then somebody else without proper documentation for sure saying that the Sise family now he sell this portion also to the Conte family, then unu take that portion there, unu give SL whatever number, then unu make the person spend the money, bill, blood, sweat, and tears. And one day unu grab say, and this one not unu you know, this one a government getter. So I don't the person wey get her, I don't bring and come. Now in this so na the big alejo inside the inside the justice system. Now in get her. This why I so interested. Now in the big alejo, it don't come for can take in property, and next time when they can now they caterpillar the night they bring for can whip all thing come out. And you are sitting there clapping. Anyways, my people, I've said enough for today. You all have contributed. I thank you all for your contribution. Again, the show at 7 o'clock it starts. If now you dey log in, then you will get for go back and go watch them. Because as of today, from me on side, it don't done. Today we asked the question, say, are duty fees in water in the water query lower today than 4 years ago? 3 people they say yes. Then 3 people and they don't pass 20 years, they not go salon. I can guarantee you. Then 3 people and they no one day ship something go salon. I can guarantee you na that day. Then 3 people and they no one day pass na lunge bring something come. I can guarantee you na that. And 26% of the pundits, 90% of the response they say no. They say no, that's the duty fees, they're no lower. These are people who actually are in touch with realities in Sierra Leone. These are people who are shipping containers to Sierra Leone. These are people who do businesses, who go back and forth to Sierra Leone, running businesses. These are people who sometimes they self know for say, from that $80 where them in this pay for send 1 barrel. Now then they pay $200, $250 for send 1 barrel. They know the difference. They know the difference. So listen, like I said, that land business day, the approaches, the method, the language in use, the aim, goals and objective, we'll get for come back inside. Because when something like this happens, it's not just about the state taking ownership and possession of its property, but it's also in the mannerism in which it it was done? And also, could that have been prevented? Not because now the state means say they always get right to. No. Just because it's a state no mean for say they always, they have rights. Sometimes the state could also be wrong. So listen, me people then. May God bless you all. May God bless Mama Salone. Anytime we find ourselves, may God make it easy for we. As we go through the weekend and we start the week, may God bless. We bola them. Anything where we put on pan, may God himself put in blessing. Until we meet again, may God bless you all.